What's up? Today I got some weird news. I opened up Instagram and I saw a post from a random page talking about how Universal's gonna pull all of its music from TikTok. I was like, that's strange. And then I got an email from Universal. For some reason, I'm still getting their communications from when I had a publishing agreement with them. So it was like an open letter to the Universal Music Publishing Group's artists. So basically, people like me, composers, right? And what they had stated was that they had tried, they had been in talks with TikTok to sort of figure out a new deal because it was supposed to end, actually, it's supposed to end today. Today, actually, it's today. It's ending today, and there was nothing that was signed, right, for a new one. But what TikTok was trying to do is, despite its growth since the beginning of their agreement, despite its growth, they are offering a deal that's even less favorable for the artist. Basically, they're gonna pay you less. And I was like, that's terrible. Like, it was already cents on the dollar that you were earning. Cents. It was cents on. It was fractions of cents that you were earning per play on TikTok. So I'm like, you're already giving me nothing. You're gonna give me less than nothing. Like, you're gonna give me even closer to nothing than what you're giving me. It sort of made me a bit angry. But then, like, I thought about it because I was like, there was that whole thing that happened with Spotify, and how Spotify stated that, if they created this threshold of 1,000 streams before you get played. And I was like, it's whatever, it's a business. At least those people who were getting paid, because for you to actually get paid properly by a service like Spotify or through streaming through Spotify, your numbers are way past 1,000 anyway. So it's not really gonna affect those people. It's gonna affect those people that were only gonna get $2, $3, $4 anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It didn't really matter for me. It was inconsequential for the most part. This one here feels worse for some reason, because I know Spotify pays more than TikTok, and TikTok, I feel like TikTok was near bottom of the barrel with regards to paying out its creators. Yeah, it was madness when I saw it. Anyway, this just reiterates my sentiment of streaming was never the plan, right? Streaming, for me specifically, streaming was never my plan. That's why I was never angry. And even now, I'm just like, TikTok, do your thing. I don't really care. But like, this was never the plan. I think it really affects those people who relied on their track being used in viral challenges and that type of thing. Then it made sense, right? Then you can be really angry and say, whoa, this is actually really going to bite into a chunk of my earnings on TikTok. But again, I say, this should never have really been the primary plan. The primary plan should have lay away from a platform that works with another platform that works with another platform to get your music picked up. It's ridiculous. I mean, working all the way around all of those different platforms can really be a bit of a burden. And something like this can happen, right? Where it just becomes a case where your music is just not going to be there anymore. I don't know what this means moving forward. They might settle the deal before the end of the day. I doubt it. But at the same time, it shouldn't really care. It shouldn't really matter. So, as a remedy for the creator, I think a nice place to start is going direct to the people who you want to assist you to make money. So that means going direct to a consumer, right? Go directly to your fans. Your fans, you're probably directing them to your Spotify, directing them to all of these places. Why not give them, yeah, sure, you can direct them and you want to be on these platforms for the sake of visibility, but why not give them something, right? Why not create a little box, and in it you have a very well made USB drive that has music as well as maybe some video content, some behind the scenes footage of you in studio making the music, all on that USB drive. Package it in a very nice box and, have it as something that you sell to your fans. It becomes your merch, right? And each time they open it can be an experience where you ask them to do a selfie video and post it and tag you. That's content for you to then repost, right? It's just this never ending cycle of you interacting with your fans via social media and in real life, because now they've got your music, they've got your box, your musical box. and you create a story and you create this moment with them. It makes me think of there's this bottle of gin that we got at Christmas time. Well, I received at Christmas time. It is what's the name of the gin? Mirari. And if you look at it for that Christmas edition, it had like trees, right? Christmas trees, like as illustrated along the front, and it had little pieces of I don't know what it's called. It's like that edible silver stuff. And just like a snow globe, if you take it and you do that with the bottle, or you just move the bottle around, shake it a bit, you see those little things go up, almost like a snowmobile. Snowmobile? Snow globe. You shake the snow globe and all those little things move around. And I was like, this is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. Then I saw something at the bottom. It says press, right? So I pushed the button at the bottom of the bottle and then the whole thing lit up. I was like, wow, okay. Then I turned the light off and I even took a video of it. And I was like, this is incredible. This is a moment, right? I was there sharing a glass of gin, this bottle it's a very, very simple bottle with some designs on it and some edible silver inside, and then a very, very crude form of technology with a little LED light that can flash, and they just stuck it at the bottom. That's it. Experience. Done. Something as simple as that, if you can sort of bring that creativity from your music and put it into a piece of merch like that, and you're able to sell that, right? People would buy it, right? And it could even be a thing where you're not necessarily selling purely to musicians. You're selling to the general public because there's something there that is of value. It could be a gin, it could be whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a gin, but it just is creative. Then the other thing to note with that whole story, creating a story from your music, is that too often we look at ourselves as the main person in another person's story. So I've seen how people will send me their songs, and they send me their songs as though they're the main person in the story. And that's why I don't care, obviously, because we all care about ourselves being the main person in the story. I can't relate to your song because you might have your situation going on and things are happening for you, but I don't relate to what you've gone through and what you've experienced. I might listen to your song and think, and then I create that emotion. But we're not even going to get to that point. So it's weird. It's weird. I think, as artists, if we can sort of frame the way we speak to people, the pieces of merchandise that we create, and the experiences that we create for the people that are consuming our music, make them more personable, make them more interesting than just please stream my music and share it. Because then I just feel like a bot. A bot can do that. What do you think of my song? What do you think is going on here? Or this is a song I wrote during a tough time. If you're having a tough time, maybe this is something that you might want to listen to as well. It is still a little bit superficial, but it's better than just sending a link and saying, please share with your friends. I'm not that guy. I'm not just a number that's going to hit follow and then share it to the next person. No. So remembering that your listener is the main person in their story. It doesn't matter what you think. Your listener is your main person in your story, and you want something to vibe with them. Whether it means that it's like this gin, where it's something that they might want on a very chilled out evening. They might want to enjoy that gin. Your music might take a person through a very sad time in their life. They might have lost someone. They might have gone through a bad breakup. They might have, who knows what they might have gone through. Or conversely, it might be an amazing time in their life where they were maybe at a party and they heard your song and they really vibed to it. And they listened to it, they Shazammed it, and they were like, oh, snap, here's this song. And because in all of those situations, they've paired your song to a very emotional event in their life, be it good or bad, they then resonate with that song, right? We've got many, many things that we just resonate with. Sister Bettina is one of them. Waka Waka is another one. Those songs bring back a particular time, different time for everybody, but there's a paired experience between what it is you're going through and the song that you're listening to. So creating more of those and starting to move away from us just trying to hunt for these numbers via these social platforms, it's going to really change. And I think this is where music is going. It's going to really change the the type of music we make, how we focus on it, and how we present it, which I think is it's underworked on at the moment. It's still quite crude. So there's that, going direct to the consumer, going direct to the customer that you would like, or you can just go to a business and just do sync, I guess. If you don't want to do anything that I just said now, go to a business and just handle sync. Because there, you don't have to think about pairing your music with an experience. It happens because your music then appears in a game or in a song, in a movie, or in an advert, and they think, oh, that's the Omo song. Yeah, we know. Yeah, it's the Omo song. Or it's that song from the options menu in that particular game. That's actually how one of the songs that I worked on got a lot of Shazams. I was checking it out and I was like, why is this track getting so many Shazams? Turns out it was being used in a game. And in that game, there's a specific level. In fact, there's 2 levels that use this particular song. And when people were doing speed runs, they would Shazam this song, right? And they'd be like, what is this, right? And that for me it's a moment, it's an experience. They're playing this particular level and there's a song that they enjoy that plays while they're playing this exciting game. And that for me is the experience. That for me is music. That for me is that thing of the music that I've taken, from myself. I've put it out into the world and it's being consumed in a way that's lasting. It's not just a click, it's not just a like, it's not just a follow, it's a lasting experience. I think we need to do more of that. I think that'll work a lot better than us pandering to TikTok or Spotify. Yeah.